Hello, this is Joe Pryor of the virtualrealestateteam.com in Oklahoma City, September 2014, and it's time to talk about market conditions. I've been a little bit off. Normally I do this once every month, but I've had a lot of business and a lot of things to close, and the market conditions haven't really changed that much. And here's what I'm going to tell you in September of 2014, like a broken record as they used to say, the market conditions haven't changed that much. We still have low inventory. Now, I will tell you that the market is slowing down. It's natural for the markets to slow down in September because our school systems start in about the middle of August. And especially in the suburbs, people want to be in by the 1st of July. And so that artificial incentive to get closed, the start of school, is completely gone. And so now it's time, to go past Labor Day and, just kind of sit and not really do anything. However, if inventory was much higher, we might have a better situation, especially if you were a buyer. But inventory is staying artificially low. We still haven't seen a huge increase in new construction, certainly not in existing construction. And so this is keeping a pretty good balance right now between buyer and seller. When it was in August or July or earlier in the year, there seemed to be 3 buyers for every house, multiple bids. Now, it's not that way anymore. It's not as powerful as it was, but something, if your house is priced right now in September in 2014, it is going to sell in the Oklahoma City market. The interest rates are staying low. They're going up just a bit, and I do believe that they have a little bit more room to move because we're getting some pretty positive economic news right now. And the bad thing about interest rates is that when there is positive economic news, then there's always that potential for inflation. As a hedge to inflation, we start seeing treasuries go up, mortgage-backed securities going up. And so where that 3.75 interest rate used to be, it's now 4.75, heading to 5%. Now, the good news about that is if you're in really good shape financially, you can do a 20% down loan, or you're an investor looking for a decent property. Going forward into this fourth quarter, into the end of December, I think now is the time that I would really tell you to get into the market, because even though the inventory hasn't jumped up, which of course it never does at this time of the year, even though it's even lower than normal, there are fewer buyers going out there. And then also with higher interest rates, even if it's a 0.5% rise, then we see people waiting. We see people saying, well, maybe I'll wait 2, 3, 4 months, see if the interest rates go back down. Not realizing that 5%, oh my gosh, is an incredibly low rate. And so, if you're looking for a buy and there's fewer buyers out there, then maybe that listing is going to sell at a decent price. And remember that when you talk about buying a home and you're looking at your monthly payment, it's a combination of 2 things. It's a combination of interest rate and the price of the house that you're buying. So if a house at $200,000, which would normally sell at that particular price at 4% interest rate and gets to be 5% interest rate, then you may not be able to buy that home a little bit less money going through the holiday season to equalize the 2. And that's the way we're going to deal with these kinds of homes for you if you're a buyer right now. So understand that we do our due diligence. We're watching the market. We're seeing a bit of a slowdown. We're seeing opportunity being out there with the higher interest rates. They're still at a very reasonable rate, in my opinion, because believe me, in my lifetime, I've seen some incredibly high interest rates. So the market condition is getting a little bit better for buyers. If you're a seller and you're priced right, you're in good shape. But if you're a buyer for the next 60 days, this is when you ought to be looking. And we're happy to help you. I have a buyer specialist. It's fantastic. And we'll do our due diligence to make sure that you get the right buy. This is Joe Pryor of the virtualrealestateteam.com in Oklahoma City, where we deliver traditional real estate values at the speed of technology.